Hi, I'm James Tynan IV, and you're watching The Comics Vet.
Hi there, Chris the Comic Vet. Hope this video finds you safe and well. Well, I'm on my way to my LCS right now, and hey, it's New Comic Book Day, and let me tell you, there are a bunch of titles that I'm very excited about. There's a new Absolute Batman, there's the Battle Beast that's going to be coming out from the world of Invincible that actually has a special comic pack if you're lucky enough to get one of those to see if you have some sort of rare comic inside or not. And also, the book that I'm hoping my comic shop, Retro Rocket Comics, got in, and that is Exquisite Corpses, issue number 1. Now, I did not pre-order this and made sure that was on my pull list, so I'm hoping that there are some copies there available that I can pick up. This is a new title from James Tynan IV, one of my favorite writers of the current age. If you watch my videos, you'll know that I'm a fan of World Tree and also Something is Killing the Children. And this is going to be another dark tale from the mind of Tynan. And let's be honest, he does a lot of these dark comedies, these thrillers that are actually really, really good. And if you don't know much about Exquisite Corpses, I'll give you a little bit of an insight to it. Every 5 years, there are 13 American families that vie for control of the United States. Now, each family is represented by one state. And the 13th family is the one that won previously, and they're actually not allowed to participate. So it's 12 families that vie for this very prestigious and weird title. And because these rich families don't want to sacrifice themselves, they all have one person that participates in this weird tournament to wipe each other out, and the last man standing, well, that's the family that'll then rule the United States for the next 5 years. Exquisite Corpses. So fingers crossed that I have it, or pardon me, that it's available for me to pick up. If it's not, well, I'll have Chris order me a copy or maybe a second printing so that I'll have it in the near future. I hope that you pick it up. And if you're one of those that likes to leave a comment, let me know if you've actually picked up Exquisite Corpses and what you thought of it. There is a very cool Jenny Frison variant, so I'm hoping that's the one that maybe Chris, the owner of Retro Rocket Comics, has set aside, because I did tell him previously, whenever you get a Frison variant in, set it aside. Chances are I'll pick it up, as I'm a big Jenny Frison artwork fan. All right, here we go. Let's get into Retro Rocket Comics and get that pull list. Okay, before we begin, I'm going to ask you to make sure that you hit that like button, make sure you're subscribed, get a comment ready, and I'm really looking forward to the comments this week. Cover of the week is going to be a little controversial because there are beautiful covers across the board. And we'll begin with how many books I just picked up. The good news, I got a copy of Battle Beast, the blind bag. So I will be opening this blind bag in a separate video. Make sure you check that out. All you have to do to make sure that you check it out is make sure you're subscribed. And it should show up on your feed, or please consider hunting it out. The flip side of that, which is the bad news, is Exquisite Corpses wasn't here at Retro Rocket Comics. But Chris did say that he'll put an order in for me. So hopefully in the next week or two, I'll get a copy of James Tynan IV's new book, Exquisite Corpses. And again, make sure you leave a comment. Have you gone through Exquisite Corpses, and what do you think of it? I'm really, really excited to see what this weird offering has. Okay, so to get into my pull list, the first one I'm going to start with is probably my second favorite Spider title, as Ultimate Spider-Man is now the best Spider title coming from Marvel, in my opinion. But this is Miles Morales, issue number 3, Legacy 315. It's crazy to think that Miles has 315 books at this point, isn't it? Yeah. Miles Morales, 33. This is God War Part 2. Excited about this title. Up next is my third favorite Spider title, and that is The Spectacular Spider-Men. This is issue 15? 15. Now, I did get some bad news regarding this from my good friend Shane over at 1063 Comics. Shane messaged me to say, hey, I just heard some bad news that Spider-Men is coming to an end. So I'm really surprised to hear that, as this has been really, really good storytelling. And not only that, the artwork has actually been really, really good as well. So I'm kind of sad to hear that Spider-Man's coming to an end, but hopefully it gets rebranded, relaunched in the very near future, like maybe, hey, The Amazing Spider-Man. Now, a candidate for Cover of the Week is a variant edition for One World Under Doom. How gorgeous is this? I mentioned to Chris just a few moments ago before I came out here and got inside my car that Dr. Doom for 2025, when it comes to Marvel, has had some of the best covers across the board. Just gorgeous, gorgeous pieces of artwork. This is no different. Really, really well done. One World Under Doom, issue 4. And again, the book itself has been actually really, really good reading as well. From one candidate of Cover of the Week to another candidate for Cover of the Week, this is the foiled out, I shouldn't say completely foiled, but spot foiled variant for Spider-Verse versus Venomverse, issue number 1. I did say a while ago that I'm giving up these Spider-Verse titles. They're just not my cup of tea. But this cover is a whole lot of fun. So as you can see, the webbing is the spot foil with the different spider characters from the Spider Totem on the cover there. But yeah, it's really well done. Obviously, Spider-Ham is at the forefront right there. But yes, really, really well done spot foil. I'll give it a read. I'll be honest. I'll give it a read. We'll see. I don't know if you can hear that alarm, but we have an ambulance crossing over the bridge, and it's about to pass me like right now. There it goes. Godspeed to that ambulance. From a candidate for Cover of the Week for not Cover of the Week. Well, not Cover of the Week again is brought to you by John Romita Jr. for Daredevil issue 21. Again, terrible covers for such an excellent story arc. Saladin Ahmed has done a great job over these. I would say this is probably the third arc, issue 21. Yeah, we're getting that third arc neighborhood now. Took over from Chip Zdarsky's run, which was very well received. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Saladin Ahmed is a great writer. He's doing a great job with Daredevil, but my God, like, come on. This is just not good covers. It's not good covers. There was no variant, so this is what I got. That's what I got. From not Cover of the Week to the real one. It's time for Cover of the Week. Like I said off the top, it's going to be a little controversial because there are some incredible covers this week. We've already seen a couple. This is my favorite. This is from Ji-Hyun Lee. I hope I pronounced that correctly. But Ji-Hyun Lee did the variant edition for Gwenpool, issue number 1. And this is it. Gorgeous, gorgeous work. Bring it in close, but yeah. I'll admit I don't know much about the character Gwenpool. I could probably guess, but I don't know much about her origin and what she's like, what her character and her arcs have been. But I'm going to give this a go. But cover of the week belongs to Mr. Lee with Gwenpool, issue number 1, variant cover. Gorgeous, gorgeous work. From a great artist, let's get into the master. This is Alex Ross doing the cover for The Immortal Thor, issue number 3. Even an immortal can die. Great cover. Another strong candidate for cover of the week. Again, I'm looking forward to the comments on cover of the week. Now let's get into 2 books I'm going to be giving away. These next 2 books are going to be given away to channel members. If you're interested in joining the channel membership, all you have to do is hit the join button down below. Here comes, sadly, another ambulance. It's about to pass me. Yeah, something must be going on here in Cambridge, Ontario. That's 2 ambulances in a couple minutes. Like I was saying, the next 2 books are going to be books I'm going to be giving away to the channel members. Again, all you have to do to become a channel member is hit that join button down below. There are 2 tiers for you to select from. And the channel membership has a reward. And that reward is the Comic Army box. It's a box that I stack through the month that I end up giving away the first Wednesday in every month during my new Comic Book Day live stream, which goes live Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. These next 2 books are awesome. This is The Sound and the Fury, Godzilla versus the X-Men, with Godzilla versus Wolverine here on this boxing style variant cover for Godzilla versus the X-Men. Love it. I love the floating heads. The King of the Monsters versus the Children of the Atom. Awesome. I really liked these covers that they've been doing last month, or a little while ago. Sorry, we had the Incredible Hulk. That was a great one. Last week we had Spider-Man. Why they would put Spider-Man versus Godzilla, I don't know. But they did, and that was a great cover as well. This is going into the Comic Army box, as well as this simply sexy cover. This is Grim Tales of Terror, issue number 5 from Zenescope Comics. This is called The Hat Man. And yeah, this is going into the Comic Army box as well. This comic obviously is a gorgeous piece of artwork. Again, displays this character in a very sexy pose and with a lot of revealing, well, basically with a revealing jacket. But yes, in case you didn't notice, there's a necklace around her neck. So this book and Godzilla vs. X-Men, the variant poster edition, are going into the Comic Army box. Again, if you're interested, hit the join button down below. Now let's carry on with my pull list. I did pick up cover A of issue 1 of Battle Beast because I want to read. I really actually want to read the stories, plural, that are in here. So again, if you're interested in seeing my blind bag opening, that'll be released very soon, or actually probably just got released. So all you have to do is check the Comic Vet YouTube channel library, and you'll see it there. So yeah, I'm curious to see what's inside these pages. I do enjoy Robert Kirkman, and I do enjoy Ryan Ottley's artwork. So we'll see. Another strong candidate for cover of the week belongs to World Tree issue 14. I have to admit, I have not been enjoying World Tree that much, but it was in my pull list as it was something that I subscribed to. We will see what happens. I did tell Chris to, at this point, might as well let it go from my pull list. But if this issue is strong, like the first arc was, I may contact him to say, hey, put it back on my pull list. I want to see where this goes. But the last little while has not necessarily been something that I've been enjoying. So World Tree 14, again, gorgeous cover. Candidate for cover of the week. The best value in comic books belongs to most titles that Todd McFarlane does. This is his franchise title. This is issue 364. My God, 364. Of Spawn. $2.99 cover price. Solid cover. Very well done. Carrying on with these strong independents, let's get into probably the book that most people enjoy the most when it comes to indies. This is issue 20 of Daniel Warren Johnson's Transformers. So yep, on the cover, as you can see, we have Starscream. Kind of nervous because of the shadow of Megatron. We'll see what's going to happen. But yeah, issue 20 of the very, very well done Transformers. Let's get into some DC titles. This is issue 8 of Absolute Batman. Again, this is what Canadian winters look like for those of you that don't live here. Just like this. We have nightmare characters walking around in the middle of snowstorms. The only difference is we don't have a big hero like Batman to save us. We just have to deal with it and dig our way out and hope that the Canadian winter doesn't get us. It's true. Supergirl is back with a brand new issue number 1. I went with the Lobos cover. Another fantastic candidate for cover of the week. If I would have put a tie, this is probably the cover I would put as a tie for cover of the week. It is just very well done. I'm hoping that this is a kickstart for a great story. Last but not least, it's DC versus Vampires Volume 2, World War V. As we get closer and closer to the end, this is issue 9 of 12. This is Otto Schmidt having a little bit of a cinematic poster for his cover. Still enjoying this. It's trailed off from what I thought it was going to be. It really has focused on a lot of, say, C and D type level characters. But those are, for me, an introduction to those characters because I haven't necessarily delved too deep into the history of offshoot comics, i.e. the Omega Men and Big Bertha. I wasn't really aware of Big Bertha until DC versus Vampires, but what a character she is. But here we are with this. I'm really enjoying the world building Rosenberg is done. I just hope that the characters that were still remaining, that are the larger or the more well-known and well-established characters, would be ones that would be the primary focus of the story. But my goodness, everyone is dead. So, hey, it is what it is, right? Yeah, issue 9 of World War V. That's it. That's all. That is a lot of books I just went through. Comic Army, again, I'm going to invite you to make sure that you hit that like button. Make sure you're subscribed. Consider joining the channel membership. Become a part of the Comic Army. And last but not least, please leave a comment. Let me know. Do you agree with me on Cover of the Week? Or was it one of those other ones? Or was it something I missed out on? And let me know about the new Tynan offering. Have you read it? And what do you think? Until we see you again, thank you so much for your time. Take care.